Hello all, it's your girl Tiffany, my luscious black beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces, high priestess, aka the light that shines like a diamond, also known as your modern day nun, one who isn't within a coven, a convent, or a covenant. I do thank you all for listening and for watching on today. If y'all would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. This is going to be a general reading for the overall collective of any zodiac sign, so please take the messages that apply, leave the ones that do not. Remember that this reading can apply to your past, your present, or your future, as well as it may be presenting to you or any and everyone in between that you may or may not know. With that being said, guys, we are going to get started with your overall messages. So the first card you have here is don't worry about the people that left you hanging and turned their back on you. No contact. Black on black crime. Our lives don't matter amongst our own kind. And for those of you who aren't African American or resonate as a person of color, this just means like your own people, your own kind. Something going on amongst, like your own race of people, okay? We have here, don't fear being alone. Watch who you allow around your kids. Maybe your happy place is somewhere other than home. Is it possible once a target, always a target? Who knew your worst enemies could be your own supposed family? Can't miss something you've never had, guys, okay? So, collective, I feel like there's a lot of people who is like no longer in your life, a part of your life, okay? That either you have had to cut off or let go, or either persons that just like turned their back on you and left you hanging, okay? Either way it goes, Spirit is saying don't worry about the people that left you hanging and turned their back on you, okay? These are obviously individuals that you are in no contact with, or who are persons who hasn't been in any contact with you. There's something about no contact as it relates to these people who left you hanging and turned their back on you, okay? Whoever these persons are in particular obviously could be of your own race, which is the reason why we have the black on black crime card, okay? So these could be friends of yours, co-workers of yours, family of yours. I feel like persons who you know personally, ex-lovers or what have you of yours, okay? At some point in time, somebody in particular, this could be one person, a group of people, multiple people, left you hanging and turned their back on you, okay? And if this is something that has been weighing heavy on your heart or your mind, Spirit is saying don't worry about them people, okay? And don't have any contact with them at all, okay? There either is no contact, or Spirit is saying you shouldn't have any contact with them, okay? Because obviously your life don't matter amongst those people, okay, in the first place, okay? Also, Spirit is saying, okay, you got a bunch of don'ts here, okay? Don't worry, and now you have don't fear being alone, okay? So don't worry about the people that left you hanging and turned their back on you, but at the same time, and within that, like I said, some of y'all could feel, isolated or lonely or to yourself, by yourself, on your own, all alone. Spirit is saying don't fear being alone, okay? If any of you are, not necessarily particularly scared of being alone, but you know how some people can worry, like, could be alone and worry, like, or wonder if they're going to be alone forever, you know what I'm saying, type of thing, or what have you. Spirit is saying don't fear being alone, okay? So if you are someone like myself who don't have friends, family, lovers, or anybody in your life, Spirit is saying don't fear being alone, okay? I feel like the Most High is watching over you at all times, okay? But you definitely have your archangels, your guardian angels, your ancient ancestors, your galactic, your extraterrestrial beings, you know what I'm saying, who are like omnipresent. They're around you all the time, whether you can see them and feel their presence or not, okay? So you're not alone, okay? But those of you who don't have the physical presence of other people in your life or what have you, Spirit is saying don't fear being alone, okay? You definitely need to watch your kid, watch who you allow around your kids, okay? Now, and I feel like this is coming up for those of you all who you know how there could be certain people in your life where you know that these people, if it wasn't for your kids, that these people wouldn't talk to you, they wouldn't deal with you, they wouldn't have anything to do with you and think of things like that or what have you, type of thing. Okay, so if any of you all have people that really left you hanging or turned their back on you, but you know what I'm saying, like they're randomly in and out your life, or they're you know, 1 minute they're there, the next minute they ghost y'all, they're gone or what have you. Just watch who you allow around your children, no matter who this be. Obviously with strangers for sure, okay? But sometimes, a lot of times, sometimes you need to watch who you allow around your children, even when it comes to your lovers, when it comes to your supposed friends, okay? A lot of people let their guards down with people that they love and care about, which is usually lovers, friends, and family, okay? And believe it or not, most abuse happen amongst people that we are closest to, okay? Many of us who have gone through abuse and different things like that or what have you, y'all probably 9 times out of 10, those of you who have experienced abuse, you probably experienced some form of abuse, or you was hurt, harmed, or endangered by somebody close to you well before anybody at a distance or in public. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people who get abused in a church, a lot of people who get abused in school, a lot of people who get abused that winds up in the system or something like that, or what have you. You got a lot of people that get have gotten abused in Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, you know, in various different settings outside the home. But there's a lot of people who first was hurt. If you think about it, the majority of you, the very first time that you felt like, you know, your feelings was hurt, or you was physically harmed or hurt or abused in some type of way, I guarantee it came from somebody closest to you, and 9 times out of 10 within the home that you lived in, or at least within your family. You understand what I'm saying? And it's just usually how it goes, okay? So you need to watch who you allow around your kids, okay? I feel like this has to do with somebody that you're not in contact with, okay? Be very careful about people who treat you shitty, because if I'm sorry, but if you don't like me, you don't like my child, okay? If you don't like me, if you treat me like shit, then you're not gonna respect my child. You're not gonna treat my child right, because if you'll treat the child's mother like shit, like they ain't shit, when that child came the fuck from me and got me and my blood running through them. And if it wasn't for me, they wouldn't even exist. And you don't like me, you don't respect me, you don't like my child. You understand what I'm saying? Especially people that you know who have used you, abused you, hurt you, harmed you, endangered you, belittled you, backstabbed you, sabotaged you, ruined you, anything like that or whatever. Okay, if they did that to you, they'll do that to your child. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay? So even people that you should be able to trust, you understand what I'm saying? You need to watch who you allow around your children. Okay? Before I went through my awakening, my guards was down. It's interesting because I've always been highly intuitive, and there's things that I've always naturally picked up on. But before I went through my awakening, and that goes for everybody, a lot of shit is in plain sight. Was never really hidden. Like some things be hidden to a certain degree, but really and truly, certain things be right in plain sight. Okay? And you never really notice, you know what I'm saying, what's going on or what something is. And I say what I'm saying is because my daughter had been groomed, mind controlled, brainwashed, spell work was done on her. She was threatened and told not to tell me certain things, to lie to me about certain things that was going on. She was also molested. Okay? My daughter was molested and all kinds of things in school, and they covered it up and hid it to keep from, and they was going to abduct her from school. And they covered it up and hid it just so they didn't have to pay me out in a lawsuit. And they think I don't know anything about it. It was covered up. I saw the abuse that she endured right from home. I think I was unaware of that, which I was unaware of what until I was, I had went through my wake. Some things even before my awakening. You know what I'm saying? I was aware of, but definitely after my awakening, for sure. Okay, because my daughter was still way younger then. She was still in elementary school when I first had my awakening, went through my awakening, because I told you my awakening started when I was in my late 20s, like around 28. When I was awake, I was 30. You understand what I'm saying? And like things that like, you know what I'm saying? And it's interesting because one of the people, and this is the reason why I tell y'all all the time that you have to listen to the words that come out of people's mouth, because there's a particular person who I matter of factly know. This person been working against me all my life. They lied to me, they lied on me, they stabbed me in my back, and drug my name through the mud, and tried to set me up, and did some real shady, low down, dirty things to me. As a matter of fact, she has hurt me more than a lot of other people that I've ever come into contact with. Okay, but this, it's a trip, because when you've been doing satanic ritual abuse and mind control, just to tell y'all in an easy way, a quick way, and certain individuals is used as your handlers, okay? A lot of handlers are like, they could be your caretakers and your abusers at the same time, okay? Which is how grooming works, okay? It's almost like a punishment reward system, okay? The very person, it's like a person. Like the same person who will abuse you, belittle you, hurt your feelings, put you down or whatever, that might be the person that you have to depend on for meals or a roof over your head, or, you know what I'm saying, something that you need. I'm gonna tell you the easiest way. You ever seen a man who beat his wife every single day, but every time after he beat her, he go and buy her an expensive gift or some shit like that, or say he's sorry, or fake cry, or something like that? Almost something like that. Even rapists and molesters and different things do things like that to their victims who have prolonged, big people that they victimize or what have you. They hurt them in a certain type of way, but then they'll also be like, sometimes be sweet to them, nice to them, give them little gifts and different things like that. Anyway, long story short, I say that because matter of factly, this woman right now today is working against me. It's a part of the setup, and I mean, this woman from gaslight to gang stalk to backstab me, like all kinds of shit. Okay, this woman did me dirty. Okay, but she used to always say shit. She would always drop like little hints, little clues about certain shit. And I kid you not, she used to always say, from the moment I had my daughter, she used to always say, how did she word it? She said, she would either say something like, keep an eye on your child. Be careful who you allow your child around. Keep an eye on your child. She would always say stuff like that, but she wouldn't say anything else. And you know what I'm saying? I ain't never been the type, like, y'all ain't had a break since I gave birth. My child ain't never spent the night with nobody else. Okay? Period. In her entire life. Okay? And it's been a couple times I let her go with somebody that I thought was trustworthy and different things like that. And even I noticed other, things had happened and different things, even me allowing that. But this had happened so few times. I can tell you when, how old she was, where she went, and all other kinds of shit or what have you. But she used to always tell me, it was words like that though. Keep an eye on your child. And she was saying it the whole time. It was going in one ear and it was going out the other. Like, you know how you hear something and you understand something, but you assume that everybody you are close to, because the only people who was around was the person I was in a relationship with, or people. And she would always say that. Okay, and it's interesting because this is one of my abusers. All my life, she did certain shit to me. belittle me, put me down, and different things like that. But every once in a while, at the same time, people, even people who are part of the setup against you, drop hints, certain clues about certain things or what have you. And she would always say that. And throughout all them years that she was saying that, sure as shit stank, my daughter was being groomed. She was being brainwashed and mind control. She was, spell work was being done on her. She was being molested. And shit like that, or what have you. She wasn't ever raped. I know that for a matter of fact, because I got that shit checked. And all this other kind. But I matter of factly know she was molested. Okay? And they covered it up. They covered it up. They covered it up from the people who was close to me, who was involved in it. They covered it up to the school. They covered it all up. But anyway, I said all that to say, even people that you think that you can trust, even people that you love wholeheartedly, okay, anything could be going on. Anything could be going on. I told y'all even about when I found that coin in my daughter's room, right at the foot of her door, right as you walk in the door. It was a satanic coin. I swear to God, on my life, it had a pentagram on one side, and that's how the magic got on me. This is how the magic got on me, because before I realized what it was, I picked it up, because at the time, and the reason why I snatched it up so quick is at the time my daughter had something called pica, and pica is where, like, I had to watch everything that she would have, like, that she could possibly put in her mouth and possibly, chew on or swallow or anything like that or what have you. But pica is basically where a person would eat things as unedible, okay? Like for a kid, it would be like crayons or, an eraser or, something like that or what have you. So when I seen it, I'm like, coin's supposed to be in here and shit like that or whatever. The magic got on me. The moment I picked it, and I picked up the shit. When I realized what it was, I knew exactly what it was. Not threw it away, but the curse that was on it transferred to me from the moment I picked it up. Somebody, I know everybody come and go through that goddamn hell. Somebody gave that to my child, or somebody left it in her room right there, where it was for me to find. And at the time, my daughter was completely under the trend. She was drawing all kinds of, like, if I told y'all, like, this satanic, demonic ass type of drawings and shit, she draws really well, okay? Like, if I showed some of her drawings to these people that's professional fucking artists and different shit like that or whatever, they probably wouldn't believe my daughter drew them. Especially as young as she was. She still draws, but especially as young as she was. When I'm talking about shit that I had never let her see or not. There's no way you could know these things. I'm talking about like skulls and bones and shit with like blood and guts and all kind of shit oozing out, and like even all kinds of images and shit or whatever. Okay? That's learned fucking behavior. Somebody showed you that. Somebody introduced you to that. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm saying all this to say, watch who you allow around your kids. Okay? Even people that you think that you can trust, okay? You have people that smile up in your face, act like they might even tell you that they love you and different things like that or what have you. They're doing little shit to you behind your back. Y'all be surprised as to how many people like you leave your kids with or something like that. You think your kids is trustworthy around your kids or whatever from the moment you dock the door. I don't give a damn if you just going to the store, if you're going to work, or whatever it is. Them people will be abusing your kids while you gone. Some people fucked up in the mind like that. Like literally. They won't do shit when you around. They might joke and play with them, play games with them, act nice and shit like that or what have you. But from the moment you leave, they got a belt wrapped around their neck ready to beat your child for any little thing the moment you out the door. And if this is either hatred or jealousy towards you or feelings towards you and they taking it out on your child, or for whatever reason, or they just really don't like children and different things like that or whatever, and they abuse children and shit. But I'm telling you, no bullshit. Watch who you allow around your kids, okay? And I feel like this energy is for anybody. Everybody. Don't even let your guards down. A lot of people let their guard down with professional people. people who are doctors and nurses and different things like that. You have to have your guards up with anybody. Now, of course, your kids need to see their doctors and things regularly and different things like that, or what have you. But be informed with what's going on with your child, and who is working with them, and pay attention to your child's behavior. Okay? It's not always about what somebody say. Sometimes young people, especially children, when they can't verbalize things, it's in their emotions. Do they frown up a certain way when they go to a certain place? When y'all getting ready to go around certain people, do they get to acting up, whining, crying? To you, it just seems like they throwing an inconvenient temper tantrum. That might be for a fucking reason. Excuse my language. You understand what I'm saying? Do they huff and puff and like whatever? It could be facial expression. It could be something that they say. It could be something they not say. It could be whining. It could be just body language, arms folded, and different things like that, or what have you. To show distress or a sign of discomfort, watch your children. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to professionals, they subliminally do things. Okay, especially when they know that the parent is in the know, so they will subliminally do things. Okay, but they're not gonna blatantly do things. Like if they're doing something abusive to your child, they're not gonna blatantly do that abusive thing to your child right in front of you, and different things like that, or what have you. But this is why you still need to pay attention. Okay, but obviously you can't restrict your kids to keep them bottled up and in some type of bubble wrap, and they never come into contact with anybody else, because it's just natural. Your kids gonna come into contact with teachers, doctors, nurses, different people that work with them all the time, or what have you. But it's about being aware. Okay, but watch who you allow around your children. More often than not, like I said, it could be people closest to you, whether it's your lovers, your friends, your family. Okay? Especially the family. If your family don't give a damn about you, 9 times out of 10, they don't give a damn about your child. Okay? And sometimes they might even carry on to in-laws and different things like that, or what have you. So y'all just watch who you allow around your kids. Okay? Spirit is saying maybe your happy place is somewhere other than the place you call home. Okay? I don't know if any of you all have been desiring to go, honey. I go other places in my mind all the damn time. Okay? I will go to the beach in a minute. Okay? With one of them nice little fruited beverages, honey, with the umbrellas in there and the fruit wrapped around and all this other kind of shit, in some type of nice reclining chair with the umbrella and different things, and I could just hear the waves, honey, and feel the sand and all this other kind of stuff, or what have you. Or your peaceful place might be somewhere else, or what have you. But maybe your happy place is somewhere other than you call home. If you wherever it is that you call home, you're really feeling unfulfilled, unhappy, unmotivated by that state, by that town, by your surroundings, your environment, and different things like that. Maybe your happy place is somewhere else. Maybe this is something you've thought about before. Maybe it's something you're currently thinking about. Maybe it's something you've never thought about. And maybe this is the reason why Spirit is saying that maybe your happy place is somewhere other than the place that you call home. Okay? Because it seems like your life doesn't matter amongst the people that you are around, that you're no longer in contact with. These very people that left you hanging and turned their back on you. Okay? Spirit don't want you to fear being alone. I'm talking to somebody where it's like only you and your children. Okay? Some of you have friends, but you don't have a lover or family. Some of you have a lover, but you don't have friends or family. Some of you have family, but you don't have a lover or friends. You know what I'm saying? Some of you don't have friends, family, or lover. And you're completely alone. Okay? Or however, which way it go for you. Okay? And that's the reason why it's been on your mind. Is it possible that once a target, always a target? So I'm also talking to somebody that's not only a single parent, but somebody who is a targeted individual. Okay? You're likely somebody who has been being targeted and gang stalked and harassed for a number of years, for quite some time, guys. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but the last 12 years, this month, actually, I'll be 42, March the 6th, guys. Okay. But it'll be 12 years. The last 12 years of my life has been like so disappointing. Like, seriously. It just like really has been disappointing and just really uneventful, but disappointing and stagnant and just, I don't know, just bad. Just like my life has really been sabotaged. But anyway, enough about me. Some of y'all are feeling that, wondering that. Is it possible that once you're a target, you're always a target? Once these satanic powers that be, decide to put you on their list or what have you and target you and illegally invade and violate you, is it forever going to be that way until you die or some shit? Because, all of us who are already over the fucking hill, all our best years are gone any fucking way. So does now mean that you have to live through, through middle age to your senior citizen, complete misery, as a targeted individual till you die? Like, is that how the program go, or what? So, that's been on some of y'all mind too, and it's also tapped into why Spirit is saying, don't fear being alone, okay? Who knew that your worst enemies could be your own supposed family? Spirit is saying, okay? So, yeah, definitely, okay? It's issues with y'all and y'all family, okay? Them folks is not to be trusted, okay? And at this point, them folks ain't no friend of yours and they ain't no kin of yours, okay? Yeah. But many of you have come to realize, I feel like it's interesting because it's like the better part of our life, we done wasted a whole lot of time, energy, and effort trying to make people love us, wanting and desiring and going over and beyond to please and appease everybody else with the hopes that they like us, with the hope that they accept us, with the hope that they love us, with the hopes that they appreciate us, and they never did. Okay? They never did. And so, yeah, many of us are finding out that our worst enemies, it's our own supposed family all along, okay? And last but not least, you can't miss something you ain't never had, collective. Some of y'all that's love. Some of y'all that's support. Some of y'all that is finances, money, resources, stability, security, safety. Some of y'all ain't never had it. Whether it's all of those things or one of those things, you know what I'm saying? And so Spirit is saying, I guess you can't miss something you ain't never had. You know what I'm saying? Those of you who didn't have a loving family in your life, you know what I'm saying? Why they thinking they hurting you by not being in your life, you ain't never really had them. So it don't really bother you that much. It's fucked up when you think about it. You know what I'm saying? But are you losing any sleep about it? No. Because you never had them to begin with. So what is there to miss? You understand what I'm saying? Those of you who never had passion, love, romance, or orgasm, skeeted, or any of those, you know what I'm saying? Things that you desire to have romantically or what have you, you can't miss that shit if you ain't never had it. You know what I'm saying? People that miss things is because you once had it and then it was gone. You understand what I'm saying? Then you be like, oh, I missed such and such. I miss, type of thing. You can't miss something you never had, okay? So that's what's going on, guys. Real quick, we're going to get some further clarification for this situation. We're going to see what else is going on here, okay? Spirit, clarify. Don't worry about the people that left you hanging and turned their back on you. I'm also seeing here, I'm telling you, be careful who you trust. You need to be careful who you trust as well, okay? I feel like a lot of you all put a lot of trust and faith in people, and you had to learn the hard way. When you put your trust in men, they'll fail you every time. Every time. Okay? Yeah, look. Can't trust your own kind, I'm telling you. So don't worry about these people, because you can't trust them no way. Even if they was around, you couldn't trust them. You know you can't trust them. And these are the people who left you hanging and turned their back on you. Okay? Spirit, clarify no contact. Clarify no contact. Yeah, you're not in contact with these people because of family disloyalty and betrayal, because of jealousy, envy, hatred. I told you, look, no friend of mine, no kin of mine. Okay? Because of the disloyalty and the betrayal. This is the reason why there is no contact between you and these people, Spirit is saying. Spirit, clarify black on black crime. Our lives don't matter amongst our own kind. Black on black crime. Our lives don't matter amongst our own kind. Reckless group activities. So these individuals could be a part of some type of cliques, clubs, groups, gangs, organizations, cult coven, secret societies, whatever it is that they want to call it. But it's a bunch of reckless group activity, okay? These people in schemes of teams, linked up, schemed up together, okay? Indulging in this black on black crime, okay? Or your race, whatever race you are, your race against your race kind, okay? It's like your lives don't matter amongst your own kind, because you got people who indulge in this type of behavior to attack their own people. Spirit, clarify, don't fear being alone. I'm seeing something about the wickedness in high places, beast system 666, okay? Yeah, Spirit is saying, don't fear being alone, baby, okay? But don't go back to your past exes, family, or friends. They were cut off for a reason, Spirit is saying. There ain't no need for you to fear being alone, okay? And don't get so lonely to the point where you want to backtrack, okay? You want to call somebody from your past just to have somebody to talk to because you tired of being alone. You want to go back around your shady, shysty family when you know they don't even like you. They don't even fuck with you or what have you. Spirit say don't go back to your past family, friends, or ex-lovers. Okay? They was cut off for a reason. Okay? Spirit, clarify. Watch who you allow around your kids. I'm seeing something about sold they sold to the devil and it's not worth it all, okay? I don't know who you normally would allow around your kids or something like that. I'm seeing that card again. Be careful who you trust. Be careful who you trust who are around your kids, man, okay? Because you got people out here who sell that. So I'm going to tell y'all something. One of the quickest ways to come up. One of the fastest ways to get the highest ranking in these cult covens and secret societies. And many other things. Fame, fortune, positions, titles, or roles, recognitions, attention, celebrity, all kinds of shit, okay? One of the fastest ways to get these things is through the spilling of innocent blood, the sacrifice of the young, okay? And I feel like this is coming up because it seems to be, it's some individuals around here that could be sellouts collective. Okay, they could be a part of cult covens and secret society. They could be a part of dark arts and different things like that. But even those and who are not could still be triggered or motivated in some type of way to hurt your children. Okay, you need to understand when it comes to the enemy, when the enemy can't get to you, sometimes they'll go through your children. They'll hurt your children in an effort to hurt you. Okay. Spirit, clarify, maybe your happy place is somewhere other than home. Hold on, guys, just a minute. Spirit, clarify, maybe your happy place is somewhere other than the place you call home. Some of y'all may have some long lost family. That's just for a few of y'all. Spirit, what is this? Yeah, something is significant to long lost family with some of you all, and maybe your happy place is somewhere other than the place you call home, and it's tied to something about something with long lost family. That's only gonna be for certain ones of you all. Spirit, what is this? Why is this here? Something about your birth mother as well for some of you all. Spirit, what is this? Somewhere better than the place you call home. I'm seeing something about unusual. But I don't know. I don't feel like this is in a bad way. Wherever this place is that's better than the place where you currently call home, it may be somewhere unusual. Maybe somewhere you've never been. Spirit. Okay, I'm seeing something about new beginnings. Wherever this place is that's better than a place you call home, there would be some type of, like, you could have some type of new beginnings there. In work, passion, love, romance, relationships, career, friendships, hobbies. It's like, it's somewhere new and it's somewhere unusual. Not like unusual in a bad way, but like something that would be unusual to you. Like you've never known, you've never been, you've never experienced that place, been to that place. I'm seeing United Nations at the bottom of the deck for some of you all. This could literally be outside. Like if you in the United States, could be out somewhere outside the United States. Okay. Others of you, it's not just that drastic. It might still be within the same country, just in a different state or a different town. It's going to be different for everybody. I'm also seeing something about camping by the lake. I'm also seeing something about a cabin by the lake. I don't know if somebody have a cabin by the lake. Maybe you like nature. You like areas like that. Something like that. That's interesting. That's interesting. I'm telling you, the first card I seen was unusual. Wherever this happy place that's somewhere other than the place that you currently call home is unusual, but you would have some type of new beginnings. And it's interesting, when I sit this new beginning card here, I'm seeing UN. Okay, I'm telling you something about United Nations. Don't ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's how spirit gives me these subliminal messages on certain things that I need to know. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, when spirit trying to give me a message about something. Okay, so for some of you all, United Nations could be of significance, United Kingdom, something like that for you all, guys. Okay, and I feel like it's unusual. It's unusual to you because you've never experienced that area, that place. You've never been or something like that. But it may be like, it's like something about new beginnings, fresh start, work, passion, love, romance, friendships, relationships, careers, hobbies, like just like a new you, new life almost, it seems like, guys. Okay, collective. So when it comes to this happy place that is somewhere other than you call home, like I said, you had several cards that wanted to come out here. You got unusual, long lost family, new beginnings, your mama's side of the family, and get out of the United States before it's too late. Okay, for some of you all, your biological mother and her side of the family may be from another country or something like that, I assume. Okay, or you may be in the United States. Okay, so maybe your happy place may be somewhere, but this is unusual for you because I feel like you have never been in that area, know nothing, anything about that area, or what have you. For others of you all, that the long lost family and your mother's side of the family and getting out of the United States before it's too late, that if you feel like that doesn't apply to you all, this new beginning, there's something about a new beginning. So something definitely tied to maybe moving, relocating, traveling for some of y'all, taking a trip, going on a journey. Like I said, for some of you all, this may be moving to a different town or a different city or something like that. Others of you all, this may be moving to a different state. Others of you all, this may just be moving homes. Neighborhoods, locations, environments, and different things like that. Others of you, this may be like, a big leap of faith, like moving to, another country or somewhere, like somewhere other than the place that you normally call home, okay? And that can be looked at in different ways, okay? Home being the country in which you live in, home being the state which you live in, the city that you live in. So it could be different for different people, guys, okay? But there's definitely something significant to like somewhere else that is like your happy place where you would have this new beginning. And I feel like a lot of things that you are lacking right now, especially when it comes to like maybe work, jobs, occupations, careers, passion, love, romance, relationships, friendships, hobbies, different things like that you want to do. You may have a better chance at somewhere else than where you currently are, guys, okay? To clarify, is it possible once a target, always a target? We get life is a bitch and then we die. Betrayal, money, and bad people with bad intentions, okay? Whomever you are, collective, like I said, I do feel like you are a targeted individual and you're someone who has been targeted either all your life and you only were made aware that you were a targeted individual once you had an awakening, became awake and aware of what was going on around you, and then that's when they kind of pumped up the volume, flipped the switch or something like that and made you aware that you were being targeted and attacked, okay? But it's like, with this life is a bitch and then we die, I feel like your life has just been a bitch. It's been really hard for you. It's been a struggle. Likely the best years of your life have been wasted. All your life, maybe you felt like you've had nothing or nobody. You've been prevented from succeeding, excelling, achieving, accomplishing, or progressing in life. So life has just really been a bitch to you, okay? Everybody that has come into your life has been low life or low vibrational or low level or something like that or what have you. It's like your life, like your life has been sabotaged and ruined on purpose, like you were cursed from birth for some of you all, okay? But with this life is a bitch, it's like you just been going through your entire life. And I feel like you were betrayed. You've dealt with a lot of betrayal, disloyalty, manipulations, lies, deception, trickery, two-faced behavior from people with bad juju on them, gossipers. People have ultimately betrayed you, and it was for the purposes of money, okay? There's some bad people with bad intentions around you. Is the reason why you were targeted, guys, okay? Is the bottom line here, okay? So there's something about your life being a bitch and then at some point you die, and this is because of some type of betrayal for the love of money, and it's because of bad people with bad intentions, okay? To clarify, who knew your worst enemies could be your own supposed family? We get inside job. So there's definitely some type of inside job that is going on with your family, guys, okay? Spirit has had like a lot of messages come out here, okay? Maybe not everybody is going to resonate with everything that has come out here, but there was a lot of different things, okay? This business, for those of you all who's going to resonate with this long lost family, your mother's side of the family, whoever you believe to be your mother is not your real mother. Okay, your real mother is from overseas somewhere. Okay, your real mother and your real mother's family is from overseas somewhere. You may or may not know that. Okay, that's also tied to something. You having an evil adopted family. Okay, you could be adopted and you never were told that you were adopted. Okay, and I feel like it ties into that situation. Also, with the situation with somewhere happier than a place you call home. With this, was tied to this get out of the United States before it's too late. Spirit was really coming through with a lot of messages. There's something about, I seen the United States, and then I seen toxic. I swear I'm not making this up, okay? There is something very catastrophic, very, what other word could I use besides catastrophic, okay? That's going to happen in the United States, okay? And what I can say about it now is there's going to be a lot of casualties. I'm talking like doom and gloom. I can't say as to when, or where, or how it's going to happen. The where is the United States. The entire United States is going to be affected by this, okay? It's going to be very tragic, and it's going to be very chaotic, okay? Because Spirit was telling me, like, as I was pulling these messages, even though those messages stayed in the deck, there was something about, I seen United States and I seen toxic. Something about the United States being toxic, or something toxic happening in the United States, whether this has to do with your situation or just in general or what have you. There's a lot of people who's being urged to get out of the United States, okay? For whatever reason. That's not something that is like, that's not something everybody is capable of doing, either for financial reasons, transportation reasons, whatever reasons and stuff like that, or what have you. And even the people who say are able to just pack up and move and leave if they want to, or what have you, you can't just go to some other country, okay? Like, you have to have like passports and different shit like that, and they make that shit like literally expensive. They literally make it hard for a person to do certain things or what have you. And everything, it's all about money. It's always a hustle for money, okay? We're literally having to pay to live on the only freaking planet that we've ever known that human beings can live and breathe on. And, you get these people, whoever died and left them in charge, nobody knows, but they think they're the rulers and the masters and the leaders of the freaking world, and we are all indebted to them and have to pay them to live on the only planet that humans know they can live and breathe on, that they didn't even fucking create, okay? And they want to control the world, control the land, control the waters, the oceans and shit, can even control people's minds and bodies and souls and shit, and the way of thinking and being, and the entire race, and kill off our race and create a new race and all this other kind of shit. It's real weird as the fuck. And I kid you not, it's just stupidity. A lot of people is going through, it's just like right now, a lot of people don't have, people are indebted and paying for shit that we should not have to pay for. Everything that we needed to live and to survive and to thrive was already put here free. And these people came along. Did not create the planet, did not create humanity, but somebody, like I said, along the way died, and they feel like they was left the fucking charge of everything and everyone, and decided to fucking charge us for every fucking thing. Even resources is here. Energy flows through our body, and electricity is naturally here. Why we playing electricity, I don't know. We're surrounded by 70% the fuck water. Your body is made up of 70% water, yet you are paying a water bill. You understand what I'm saying? Air? Why are you paying for air? We're surrounded by air. It's all the fuck around us. Why the hell are you paying for air? Okay? Everything, they put a price tag on everything, taxing everything. This shit is totally illegal. We should not be paying. We're literally paying to live to exist. Just to exist. We're paying them. Who are they for us to have to pay to exist on the only planet that we know? Because if we could go to another fucking planet or somewhere else outside, then we would have went a long damn time ago. So why the fuck are we indebted to people who don't even own this planet, who didn't even create this fucking planet, but we owe them? You can't even own anything on this planet. Not only do you have to pay them to exist on this fucking planet, but if you dare have the audacity to save up the money to buy anything that you then own, you have to pay them yearly in property taxes just to say you own that thing, no matter what that thing is. A house, a car, a boat, a motorcycle, a RV, a yacht. It don't matter what it is. Why the fuck do you have to pay them to own something? Let's own the money that you have to come up with in order to buy that thing in the first place. You know what I'm saying? But people worldwide won't just come together and be like, this is total bullshit. Like, no, yeah, why are we doing this? Like, where does it say we have to do this? Like, who are you to say we have to freaking do this? You understand? But this is the world that we live in, guys, okay? Anyway, that's a different story for a different day, okay? But who knew? Your worst enemies could be your own supposed family. There's some type of inside job that is going on with these people, okay? These people are part of an inside job, especially those of you, whoever is resonating with the fact that you were adopted and you were never told that you were adopted. These people are treating, that's the reason why there's an inside job. They're treating you like this for a reason. You can't trust your own kind. Just because these people are the same race as you doesn't mean that these people love you and care about you and support you and have your back. Because if you look around today, you don't have none of them. Not one of them supported you, guided you, taught you, loved you, like anything. There's a whole inside job going on. Your worst enemies are your family. Okay? You can't miss something you ain't never had, collective, okay? You know why? Because you were forsaken and persecuted a long time ago. You were left out in the cold a long time ago. So there's a lot of things that you have gone without, Spirit is saying, okay? To clarify, don't worry about the people who turned their back on you and left you hanging. We can't trust your own people. We got cover up. There's some type of cover up going on. It's the reason why these people turned their back on you and left you hanging. You can't trust your own kind. You can't trust these people. They're all a part of some type of cover up. Okay? If these people were because some of these people was here today, gone tomorrow, type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people didn't let their true colors show until a particular point in time. And if you think back, it was right around the time when you realized that you had started being targeted. Before then, they played up in your face. Yeah, they was stabbing you in the back all along. They was talking shit about you all along. They was jealous of you or envious of you all along. They was stunning and fronting on you all along. But they did shit behind your back, and you was oblivious to it. The bullshit. You never knew. You spent your entire life trying to please and appease these people for them to do nothing but just to love you, just to support you, just to include you. But they never did. They were all playing a role. But from the moment the flip was switched, and the bulletin, the memo went out that you was awake, that you was aware, they all switched up and changed up on you. Because they're all a part of this cover up, okay? I'm also seeing egotism here, okay? These people who turned their back on you, who left you hanging, there's some very egotistical individuals. They're full of ego, vanity, and pride. They're cocky, arrogant, conceited, narcissistic type of individuals. Very arrogant type of individuals. Something about cover up and their egotism. To clarify, no contact with family disloyalty and betrayal, jealousy, envy, hatred, no friend of mine, no kin of mine. We got greed here and revenge. So these people, they could have isolated you, segregated you from them or them from you or what have you out of revenge, okay? These people don't want revenge on you because you did something to them. These people want revenge on you because of their own selfish ill wills, because of their own greed, one of the 7 deadly sins, okay? They want revenge on you over some money, collective. Money that likely belongs to you and not them. So that's not revenge. That's not how revenge works. Revenge is I done stepped on your toe on purpose and you want to step on my toe back. That's revenge. Okay? It's foolish, it's ignorant, it's childish. But it amazes me when full grown ass adults like, oh, revenge on something. You sound stupid. Shut the fuck up. Excuse my language. You sound stupid. What kind of adult run around talking about they want revenge on somebody? Grow up. Move on. Get over it. Pray about it. Heal from it. Move the fuck on, because that's what adults do. Adults in their right mind. Anyway. Y'all be surprised just how ignorant people, like people have literally, there are people who have literally died behind this type of shit. You know how many people broke up with somebody? And then they decided that the person that got broke up with, they decided they wanted revenge on that person. Never mind the fact that they beat that person every day. And that's why they broke up with them. Never mind the fact that they wasn't pleased or fulfilled in the relationship. You didn't put forth an effort to be passionate, loving, or romantic, or please them to the fullest sexually, or anything like that. Never mind the fact that you never had their back or took up for them. Your friends and your family and your co-workers and shit was more important than the person that would fight for you, that had your back, that cooked and cleaned for you and cleaned your dirty drawer, healed you when you didn't feel good, and so much. Never mind that, because you didn't give them equally back that. So when they got the nerve to pick themselves up and willing to leave and start over from scratch without nothing, you decide you want the fuck revenge. But when you had them, you didn't act like you loved them or cared nothing about them. And you damn sure didn't when trying to put forth no effort to keep them. But somehow they left and you want revenge on them. You ever seen those jerks? They think they players, they think they pimps. They done cheated on a woman the whole time they was together. They got all kind of side pieces. All kind of baby mamas and all this other kind of shit. But the moment they at home pussy, that person that they in a relationship with decide to leave and break up with them, or decide to, I don't know, have an emotional affair with somebody else or whatever, that motherfucker mad and want revenge on them. Imagine that. You done cheated umpteen times and likely gave that a woman a disease and some more damn shit. But the moment she move on, that person want revenge. Y'all be surprised. It's a lot of people like that who have gone through shit like that. So as a full grown ass adult, you running around talking about you want some revenge on somebody. You're stupid. It's ignorant. I'm sorry. It's ignorant. And only time I feel like, only type of situation or scenario where I could feel like that a person, I could understand somebody having those type of feelings come up is where somebody have taken the life of a loved one of yours, your child or one of your other family members or something like that. I can see those energies coming up. You being so angry, so hurt by you want revenge on that person. But even, once again, a logical, mature-minded adult, no, you don't need to get yourself wrapped up in trouble with nothing by going out here trying to get revenge on this or get your lick back on this damn person. Any other situation other than that, like all the other stuff I just said, I just made up, just using as an example. Because ain't everybody not going through the same thing. But those is real type of scenarios that people have been through in their life. Any other situation, I can't see nobody sitting no full grown ass adult. I want revenge on it. But look, you got revenge and greed here. This is the reason why I went through this. So this is not even a logical revenge reason. They don't want revenge on you, collector, because you have done something to them. They want revenge on you because they are greedy and materialistic. Okay? And the mere fact greed is here, that means that these people are so greedy, they want to take something from you to have for themselves. And because of their greed is why they want revenge. That's not a reason to have revenge on somebody. That's just like me finding out, say somebody passed away in the family and say left you $1 million. I'm so mad and angry about it, and in the greedy, materialistic, narcissistic energy I'm in, I want revenge on you. How the fuck? What? get a promotion on the job. Not only you get the highest promotion, a huge raise, a company car, and some more shit. Corner office. You know, I'm just making up some shit here. Or what have you. Here it is. I done been on the job 10 years longer than you. And you done came in and got promoted and got all of this, that, and the other. I can see somebody maybe, you know, feeling some type of way about it. But today, then be like, with my grown ass, oh, I want revenge on that person. Really? The person hasn't done anything to you. But you as a full grown ass adult want revenge on them. And it's because of your greed. Not because they have done something to you. It's ridiculous. And some people just don't stop. Some people just won't quit. It don't matter how long it takes. Years upon years upon years. Y'all be surprised that some people hold a grudge forever. 10 years been went by. Y'all know how many people attacking y'all that y'all ain't never had an argument or a fight or a disagreement with? Physical altercation with or whatever. You probably found out by accident that person don't even like you. Because they ain't never had the nerve to tell you to your goddamn face. Because y'all ain't even never had an altercation. But this person wholeheartedly want revenge on you about something that you are unaware of. Because you have never done anything to them. It's ridiculous ass people out there like that. Okay? If that's not some form of fucking mental illness, I don't know what it is. You know, some people out here got mental illness and stuff. And it's sad because not all mental illness is treatable. Because narcissism, I feel like it's a mental illness. But guess what, y'all? There ain't no medication or rehabilitation for narcissism. If a person is a narcissist, they just fucked up for life. It ain't nothing nobody can do about it. It's counselors and therapists and shit like that that probably could barely deal with a narcissist. Because a narcissist will argue down the damn counselor and the therapists and psychologists and shit. To the point where they wouldn't even want to talk to them no more. It's people out here like that. There is no cure for narcissism. But it's the interesting thing is it's identifiable. Like you can be identified if within a person if they are a narcissist or not, but there's no treatment for it. You know what I'm saying? You know how a person can have depression and you know they have antidepressants. There can be a person who have who's psychotic. They have antipsychotic medicines and things like that. You know, the person has high blood pressure, hypertension disorder. There's medications for that. There's a treatment plan for those things. Ain't no such a thing exists for narcissism. And a lot of other things. Anyway, black on black crime, our lives don't matter amongst our own crime with reckless group activity. See what I'm telling you? Jealousy. Your life don't matter amongst your own kind, which is the reason why there is crime that is going on amongst your own race. They indulge themselves in reckless group activity. They can't do anything on their own. They can't attack you on their own. Come at you on their own. They're in schemes of teams, in groups and gangs and cliques and clubs and organizations and things. They got to team up together as a group and talk shit about you, but ain't nobody ever talk shit to your face. It's all kinds of jealousy spirit is saying. And you see it look like that blood spill here. You see them red and blooded red shoes here. These people chained to the devil. They toxic individuals who are chained to the devil. They're in their shadow side, their dark side. Their self knows, spirit is saying. The devil even speaks of greed, materialism, narcissism, restrictions, obsessions, addictions, addictive patterns of behavior, toxicities, temptation. That's the energy, the devil energy that these people are in. Okay? Don't fear being alone. Spirit is saying, don't go back to your past exes, family, or friends. They were cut off for a reason. We got intuition here. So Spirit wants you to listen to your intuition. Okay? Go within and listen to your intuition, okay? As it relates to these people from your past. Don't go back to those people from your past because they was cut off for a reason, okay? There's no need for you to fear being alone either, because I feel like you got your spirit guides around you, your archangels, your guardian angels, or whatever it is that you believe in. Watch who you allow around your kids. But be careful who you trust. I'm seeing male here. Okay, so this has to do with a man, especially if you are a feminine energies collective. Okay, but don't get it twisted. There's some vicious females out here, okay? Don't think because a woman is a woman and women's supposed to be loving, naturally loving and nurturing and kind and caring, that a woman can't do anything vicious or evil to your child, because it surely can happen, okay? But just so happy we got male that come out here, okay? The other thing, which is a masculine energy, the other thing that came out with him is cult. So this could be a male, a masculine individual who belongs to some type of cult coven or secret society, some type of devil worshiping group, okay? Or this could be two different entities here. Spirit could be telling you to watch who you allow around your child when it comes to this man, and watch who you allow around your child, and be careful who you trust, because these people, there are people around you who belong to dark cults, covens, and secret society. Something about this card says cult here. Something about male and cult. Okay, maybe they hurt, harm, or children in some type of way. They got their eyes on your child or something. You need to be careful about who you allow your kids around, and be careful who you trust. This could be somebody that's trying to come into your life and get close to you and date you, but they really got their eye on your child. They're not even into you like that. He not even into you, that into you, but he watching your child. Okay. Maybe your happy place is somewhere other than the place that you call home. I'm seeing travel here, okay? So some of you maybe have been thinking about traveling. Maybe it hadn't really crossed your mind, but maybe y'all have found your happy place if you got to travel somewhere, okay? And travel obviously consists of you, going somewhere, like traveling somewhere other than where you currently live, okay? To find your happy place, okay? Is it possible once a target, always a target? We got abuse and neglect, and we also have traps. So a lot of y'all have felt trapped, stuck, restricted, unable to move or get out of your situation. And this is because of you being abused and neglected, because you are a targeted individual. That's why Spirit is saying life is a bitch, and then we die, okay? The reason why you're being targeted, collective, it's because you were betrayed for the love of money here. I'm telling you, it goes back to this greed here and this cover up that is going on. These people who turned their back on you and left you hanging, these people betrayed you for money. There's bad people with bad intentions who are involved here, guys, okay? Who were involved with this abuse and this neglect towards you. And these people could even actively be plotting, planning, and scheming against you, wanting to keep you trapped, stuck, restricted, trying to sacrifice you or something like that. Be careful, collective. Okay? Even be careful if you decide to travel or relocate. Okay? Because that could also be a trick of the devil and be a perfect opportunity from some stranger to come in and, attack you, hurt you, harm you, kill you, make you disappear, anything like that, okay? That could be a trick of the devil. So listen to your intuition. Who knew your worst enemies could be your own family? With inside job here, we got accomplices and partners in crime. Okay? I feel like y'all now know that your worst enemies is your supposed family. And they're all in on some type of inside job. They're all accomplices and they're partners in crime working against you, collective. To clarify, can't miss something you never had. With forsaken and persecuted, left out in the cold. We got money here. So many of you, y'all were forsaken. Y'all have been persecuted, betrayed for the love of money. You were left out in the cold, okay? Some of you haven't had money. You haven't had a spouse or a partner. You haven't had marriage or a wedding, and you haven't had a home of your own. And I don't mean like, you know, never had an apartment of your own or something like that. I mean like a home, like, you know, owning your own home, you know, safe, secure, clean, stable home. Okay, I'm saying on this can't miss something you never had. You got money, spouse, partner. This means y'all never with spouse. This in marriage and wedding here. You've never been married. Whoever I'm talking to, you've likely never even had anybody to propose to you. You've never been engaged. You've never actually been married or anything. Okay, with partner here, I know you likely dated before, but what this is telling me, with partner being here too, this is telling me that nobody that you was with in the past actually really loved you or cared about you. They were either with you for convenience, what they can get out of you just for sex, or they may have been some type of paid op that was sent into your life to get close to you for a particular reason or for just a season, okay? But they wasn't that into you. They wasn't really attracted to you. They did not love you, or what have you. So many of you, like I said, you haven't had the type of finances, money, and resources like that. You've never had a whole lot of money like that, even though you were supposed to, because it looked like these people stole something from you. They're working against you for money. They betrayed you for money, which leads me to believe that obviously a large amount of money belongs to you. But Spirit is saying you can't miss something you ain't never had. But you're supposed to have it. You should have had money, a spouse, partner, marriage, wedding, and a beautiful home of your own by now. But at the same time, you can't miss something you ain't never had, okay? Bottom of the deck, we got organized crime here, and justice is sitting behind that, okay? Organized crime, with justice sitting behind organized crime here, this lets me know that the government is involved here. The crooked government, the corrupt government, the satanic powers that be, the wickedness in high places, the shadow government, okay? They're the ones who run, rule, and control, operate, and fund organized crime, guys, okay? That's what's going on here. This is organized crime, and it's in the justice system. There is no justice. You have no justice because the people who are supposed to operate within, be the leaders within the justice system, are a part of this organized crime. Okay? That's what's going on here, y'all. So I do hope that this is giving you all the truth and the clarity that you were seeking pertaining to a situation you may be dealing with, or pertaining to a situation you may notice someone else is dealing with if you are cross-watching. For those of you who would like to contact me, you can do so at tiff.diamond.36@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram, which is shine bright like a diamond 36 with the underscore between each word. For any person who's interested in donating to the channel, it is greatly appreciated. I do thank you all in advance. You can do so through CASHAPP, which is $tiffdiamond36, or through PayPal, which is paypal.me/@36diamond. As always, guys, y'all take care of yourself, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies, honey. Remember, this is a wicked world that we live in. There is wickedness in high places, and there is evil that is lurking around each and every corner, even in a neighborhood near you. So y'all watch your surroundings. Watch the company you keep. Watch surroundings in the company in which your children are in as well. And considering the fact that you never know when someone may betray you, backstab you, try to hurt you, or harm you, honey. Keep you some protection on you. Y'all stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared. Because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby. Until the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God. Okay, guys, in closing here, we have Secret Hidden Treasure Island, the moon, Wi-Fi, they hate you, your life is a movie, and orphan, guys, okay? With my Secret Hidden Treasure Island card here, there's a lot of illegal criminal activity that is going on, collective, okay? These people who have turned their back on you, who left you hanging, collective, there's a cover-up. The reason for their egotism, and the reason why you can't trust them is because there is a cover-up. Now that you are awake and aware is the reason why these people all of a sudden turned their back on you. Because you are aware of what they are involved in and what they have done. So they had to isolate you and themselves from you to keep from telling you anything, okay? They're sellouts and they're likely being handled. But with the Secret Hidden Treasure Island card here, this talks about illegal criminal activity, MK Ultra mind control, artificial intelligence, monarch programming, which you were likely under, hate crimes, human trafficking, sex trafficking, shipping operations, other things that these people could be involved in, satanic ritual abuse, government programming, directed energy weapons, militarized weapons, the sex trade, murders, orgies, a lot of things. Something about something, some type of truth or clarity coming out about something that was supposed to be secret, hidden, or covered up, guys, okay? As it relates to this cover up that these people are involved in, okay, as it relates to what they have done to you guys, okay, and why. Okay, you have the moon card being here. The moon speaks of secret things, hidden things, what's done in the dark, shady people, dirty dealings, illusions, fear, cover-ups, and criminal activity, moon magic even, okay? It's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, behind closed doors, behind your back. These people are indulged in a lot of criminal activity. They have done a lot of unjust, unfair, unorthodox things to you, okay? The moon also talks about decisions being made, dilemmas, delays, the past, a multitude of different things here, okay? Maybe possibly something that was supposed to be secret, hidden, or covered up has come to the light, guys, okay? Especially with you being awake and aware, especially if you've been speaking truth or clarity about anything or what have you. This is the reason for the ego, the cover up in their egotism, the greed and their revenge, the jealousy and this devil energy here, okay? With the Wi-Fi card being here, your Wi-Fi could definitely be hacked into. You could be a power supply collective, okay? There's something about hackers, trackers, stalkers, whackers. Your phones could be tapped, some type of spying, ops watching, spyware, remote monitoring, brain mapping, illegal technology, illegal surveillance 24/7, okay? You're being spied on, you're being watched, even in the privacy of your own home. There could even be some type of illegal harassment, hidden cameras, okay? Spirit's saying they hate you, worked against you, set you up, targeted you, betrayed you, sabotaged you, were disloyal to you, and somebody even had the nerve to take an insurance policy out on you. So somebody may have offered you up as a sacrifice, and these people are trying to sacrifice you in an effort to get a large amount of money or some type of come up or higher position, title, or role off of you guys, okay? Somebody's got money on you or is exploiting you for money in some type of way, okay? Spirit is saying your life is a movie collective, okay? There's something about setup here, experiment, trauma, fake family, friends, lovers, staged events, paid actors, RFID chip implants, corrupt government, illegal harassment, your entire life is a lie, psyops, the ops and the sellouts are around you, are all around you, the Truman Show, okay? Your life is like the Truman Show. Your entire life is a lie collective, okay? From the supposed family that's been in your life to the supposed people that's been in your life that you thought was lovers or friends. They were all paid ops collective. You are an orphan collective, okay? You could have been experimented on by the corrupt government, chipped or implanted by the corrupt government, traumatized, tortured by the illegally harassed by the government collective, okay? Something's like a whole psychological operation of some kind, but you have no family, you have no friends, you're all alone on your own collective. This could be the reason why you're the lonely loner type, why you're in hermit mode, why you're introverted collective. You could be a traffic victim, neglected, kidnapped, switched, stolen. You have trust issues. You could have been abducted, okay? Abandoned. This is the reason why you say to yourself you could have been stole. You definitely dealt with some type of childhood trauma collective, okay? But you are an orphan, guys, okay? And you've been being manipulated and controlled by the government since you were a child. And these people that you thought to believe is your family, and as well as others connected to them, they're in on this cover up. Okay, this is the reason why all these people turned their back on you all at the same time. Okay, their greed and revenge is here. The only reason why they don't want revenge on you for no other reason, not because you've done anything wrong, not because you've done anything to them. This is all about money. It's about greed. Period, point blank. Greed, their jealousy, and their egotism. Okay, these are people who are chained to the devil. They're shepherds for the devil. They sold their soul to the devil. Spirit is saying, okay, they're toxic individuals and they're a part of some type of cover up. Spirit say, listen to your intuition. Okay, don't worry about being alone. Don't go back to nothing and nobody from your past. I don't care who it is. Be careful who your children are around, especially especially a man that's coming into your life, especially if you have a daughter. But in this day and time, baby, it don't even matter whether you got a daughter or a son, okay? Because if they trying to molest them or rape them or groom them or turn them out or abduct them or something like that, they taking boys and girls, okay? Believe that, okay? But there's something about a man and a cult here. And be careful who you trust. Be careful who you allow around your children, okay? These people, they hate you, Spirit is saying. This is the reason why they worked against you, set you up, targeted you, betrayed you, sabotaged you, and was disloyal to you. That's why Spirit is like your whole life has been a bitch. It's like life is a bitch and then you die one day. You know what I'm saying? You was ultimately betrayed for the love of money. And it's you surrounded by nothing but bad people with bad intentions. Whoever you are, collective, you never even had a fighting chance in life. Anytime you thought you was doing good or halfway getting ahead in some type of thing, you knock back down. You knock down. And it's probably been like that all your life, collective. You get a car, you got it for a short period of time. Then it's broke down. You no longer have a car. Can't afford to get another one. You have a job. You saving up money. Then all of a sudden something happens with their job, and every dime that you got saved up, you having to spend on bills just to stay alive. And what do you knock back down? Now you got absolutely nothing. You have a relationship, you think, it's going good, this, that, and the other, or whatever. Then all kinds of stuff start happening in the relationship. Next thing you know, it's over. That's on purpose. That's been your entire life. You go through in your entire life, it's been just like that. You thought you had a friend, you thought somebody was cool with you, they was down with you, ride or die or whatever. Come to find out, they talking about you like a dog behind your back. They stunting on you, fronting on you in front of other people. They never got your back. They never on your side. They chose other people over you. They were never your friends. Okay? If you always the ones left out, rejected, not included in events and different things like that or what have you, that was on purpose, collective. Okay, that's what's going on here, guys. At the bottom of the deck, to clarify organized crime, injustice, you got the devil and you have this government agency card here. Okay, so even when it comes to the corrupt government that's involved in this organized crime here, these people are of the devil. Spirits say evil is as evil does. These people belong to co-cubs and secret societies. They're devil worshippers. They're witches and they're warlocks. They're toxic. We're talking about the elites and the satanic powers that be now. The shadow government. These people that's in these secret societies and different things, okay? They into the dark arts, voodoo, black magic, and different things like that. And this touches every branch of government. My government agency card here. So this could be the justice system, makes up a whole bunch of people. Lawyers, judges, court clerks, police, detectives, agents, secret service, military officials, special ops, authorities of all kinds, satanic powers that be, spies, assassins, shadow government, okay? The devil here. They're the ones that made that's clarifying organized crime, injustice. Okay? These people are pulling the strings of all the puppets that's involved here, okay? That's what's going on, collective. You was never supposed to know. Till the next time. Peace.